What's going on, YouTube? In this dosage, a woman rattles off a list of all the ways that she's useless in her marriage. Ingest and enjoy.
Number one, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number two, I do not help him pay any bills. So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. Number three, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. That's his responsibility. Number four, he is responsible for replacing any of his essentials like soap, shampoo, anything like that. He needs to go buy it himself. Even if I'm at the store, I will not be replacing it for him. If he needs new underwear, new socks, or anything like that, that's for him to do. I'm not going to do it for him. I'm not going to enable a perfectly grown-ass adult, because then they get used to that shit, so no.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a defective wife. A wife that doesn't work. A wife that doesn't wife. And if you as a man end up with a woman like this, first of all, I gotta say, I have to meet her husband, because I need to know if A, he agreed to these terms and conditions before he got married and still wanted to marry her, or if she transitioned into this mentality in the marriage and he decided that he still was going to stay married to her. I need to see his physical appearance, because now I'm assuming that he can't be that physically attractive. He never had options, because if this is the best he could do and he felt that this was worth getting down on one knee and proposing to and vowing to take care of, provide for, protect through sickness and in health, for better or for worse, if he felt that this was the best that he can do, I'm genuinely concerned about his mental state. I don't think he's cognitively competent. Like I really need to know, does he know that this is a defective wife? This is a wife that needs to be returned to the wife store, because this is not what a wife does. This is not what wives say. This is not what wives are supposed to be. I'm seriously interested in her husband's mental condition. Because if he believes that he's so self-sufficient that he doesn't need her to do any of the things that she just mentioned that she doesn't do, and he's perfectly cool with that, that's acceptable to him, then he has to be fucking retarded. Do you see this woman? This woman looks like Paz from Monsters, Inc. The big green lady with the glasses. Her? Yeah, she looks like her. And then she's sitting here as a wife to a man who financially provides everything, goes to work, breaks his back for his family, and she says she won't pack his lunch. She won't contribute financially to any of the bills. He needs to get his own essentials. He needs to get his own essentials. Not that, he prefers to get his own essentials, but he needs to get his own essentials, meaning if she were to go out and he needed something, and he says, babe, can you bring me some deodorant? I'm out. Babe, can you bring me some Dove Men's Care? I'm out. She say, no, absolutely not. You need to get that when you're out on your own. And also that she won't do his laundry, meaning she consciously evades doing his laundry if they're sharing a bedroom, because they seem like roommates at this point. But if they are indeed sharing a bedroom and she goes and gets her laundry and his clothes is dirty and she doesn't ask him if he needs anything that needs to be washed or folded when she's doing laundry, if he's signed up for this kind of woman and he's perfectly cool with having this kind of woman, he's fucking retarded. A wife is supposed to support. We know this. That's the whole purpose of a wife. She's supposed to support. And you would think that most wives have a stronger incentive and desire to want to support when they aren't contributing anything. She says she just takes care of the kids. So you just leave your husband out to dry? That's what we do? That's the type of wife we are? The type of wife who just leaves your husband out to dry when he needs anything. No telling the type of job he works or how many hours he works or how much time he has to do these things in between work and getting sufficient sleep so that he can wake up and go to work so that he can continue to financially provide for this woman and their child. I can hear the child in the background, but you don't even want to help mitigate the levels of stress or labor so that he can perform more effectively and efficiently, and you simply don't want to do it out of the kindness of your heart. You have no genuine desire to support and appreciate the man that you chose to marry, that you said yes to when he got down on one knee and proposed to you. You have no intrinsic desire to support. Show this man love and appreciation and respect by simply offering to do things for him that makes his life easier as he provides for you and the kids. I've never seen this level of selfishness expressed out loud, overtly, in a woman on the internet. And I don't know if she's doing this for views, trying to go viral. There's influx of women who are trying to do that nowadays. I have no idea what her motivation is for this, but there's no way that she believes that this makes her a good person. This makes her a competent mate, a competent wife. She can't. She has to know better. As a man, how would you feel having a woman who gets online that you didn't agree to and she says this about the state of your relationship? This would piss me off. There's no way I would remain in this marriage. I would go to the wife's store immediately when I found out first of all, I vet. So I would never end up in a situation with a woman like this who feels this way and thinks I need to provide every single thing while she contributes absolutely nothing to me providing for us. She doesn't make it easier for me to provide in any shape, form, or fashion. I gotta make the money, pay all the bills, and do all my own chores around the house with no offer from her. No, do you need anything from the store while I'm going out? No, babe, do you need me to wash your clothes? I'm about to wash my clothes. Babe, you straight tomorrow for lunch? You don't want me to make you or anything like that? You know how stupid you have to be as a man to end up with a woman like this? And you can't feel like a man having a woman like this, because having a woman who supports you by doing little things, all the things on that list that she just mentioned, that would make you feel more like a man. You would feel like you're getting more for what you do than what she's contributing. This is a lazy ass, selfish ass woman. Because her duty is to tend to the family, not just the kids. Her duty is not to tend to the kids and leave the husband out to dry. No man signs up for marriage hoping that or expecting that that's what his wife is going to do. And if you do, say it with me again, you're fucking retarded. He needs to take this defective ass wife back to the wife store and get another one. He needs to take it right back to layaway where he got it and say, listen, this one doesn't work. You guys got a better selection. I need a better quality wife because this one doesn't work. This one doesn't do what the instruction manual says that it's supposed to do. I followed the instructions. I did my part. Can you imagine if a woman married a man willingly who said, you can provide on your own. I don't want to enable a grown-ass woman. You can protect yourself. I don't want to enable a grown-ass woman. You can provide your own emotional intimacy. I don't want to enable a grown-ass woman. Everything that a woman expects her man to do and that most men do for their women, out of the desire to do it for their woman, he told her, I'm not enabling a grown-ass woman. You can do it on your own. For all we know, that man would be castrated. He would be exiled from society. He'd be ostracized from every man group or anything that's affiliated with masculinity. He'd be ostracized immediately. But yet, women can get online and be in marriages. Most women want marriages just to go and they'll turn around and complain that there aren't the right men out there who will do the things that her husband, she's saying that he does. And this is how she responds. This is how she treats him. Now, I gotta wonder if he did anything in this relationship. I have to wonder, did he lie to her? Did he cheat on her? Did he abuse her? Is this mentality, this attitude incentivized by any form of contempt or malice or spite? And if it's not, then that means she either A, came into the relationship married him, and he was aware of these terms and conditions and still wanted to marry her, or she was in the marriage and she just decided that she wasn't going to do the things on this list that she said she doesn't do. She transitioned into this mentality. And at that point, once you realize that your woman has transitioned into this selfish ass mentality, that's when you need to transition into your selfish ass mentality and kick her selfish ass to the curb. It's a simple fix from my perspective. Extremely simple fix. This is insane. To have a woman with no genuine desire to offer to provide you with a certain level of relief, knowing that you're paying all the bills and you go to work and work hard to support her and the family, and anything that she can do to relieve you of that stress, minimize that stress, mitigate that stress, or even alleviate that stress. She says, nah, because that would just be enabling a grown man, and I'm not going to do that. He can wash his own clothes. He can fix his own lunch. He can pay all the bills. He can get his own essentials. If we're short on funds, I won't put together an emergency fund that he can pull from so that we can make sure the bills are paid, that will keep a roof over our head and keep us living sufficiently. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to offer to wash his clothes when we live in the same room when I'm about to wash mine. I'm not going to get him toothpaste when we share the same bathroom. He must have his own toothpaste. I got my own toothpaste. I replace mine, but not his. I'm not going to get him Dove Men Care or Old Spice when he runs out, even though we share the same bathroom. And I don't notice when he's short on that because I don't pay attention to what my husband does. Y'all do realize that this also makes her unattentive to her husband, which is insane to think about. Because he's already doing his part. And you're telling me you can't do the bare minimum as a wife. Man don't probably get told he's handsome, he's appreciated, sex life is probably non-existent, she looks like she has an attitude problem, she's probably difficult to get along with, and he probably doesn't have any other options because he's probably not that desirable, which would make sense because if he's not that desirable and she's more desirable than him, then she probably did give him these stipulations prior to marrying him and told him, listen, I'm the best you're gonna do, baby. And I'll marry you if I don't have to do X, Y, Z for you. But I'll marry you though. And I'll give you a kid. Man, he said, okay, that's fine with me. And he accepted the bare minimum because that's all he could afford. I need to know what this man does, how many hours he works. I need to see how he looks. And I need to make sure he's not cognitively incapacitated, because at this point I'm genuinely concerned that that might be the case, because there's no way in the world that any sane man would agree to marrying a woman with this mentality and this attitude, especially towards her husband, who is doing everything that he needs to do to make sure that her and his kids are satiated and fully sufficient. It's insane to think about. Ladies, don't be this defective woman. It's embarrassing. It's insulting. Don't be her. Don't be her. If you're going to marry a man, make sure you do the shit that you're supposed to do as his wife. Fellas, I don't even got to tell y'all. Y'all already know. Because if you end up with a woman like this, I don't want to coach you. Don't email me. Don't DM me asking for a coaching session. Asking, yo, how do I get my wife to do X, Y, Z? You shouldn't have married the bitch. Fuck your wife. Take that defective ass wife back to the wife store and get a new wife. I'll catch you guys on the next dosage. Over and out.